On the news tonight, President Bola Tinubu advocates global commitment and partnership to address climate change. 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Governor Dapo Abiodun calls for commitment to the welfare of families of fallen heroes. Good evening and welcome. This is NTA Jabode News at 7, coming to you from your heritage station. Thanks for staying tuned with us. My name is Olawumi Adeniji, and here are the details. President Bola Tinubu is advocating a more purposeful global commitment and partnership towards addressing climate change challenges and build a sustainable future for generations to come. The Nigerian leader addressed the high-level session on the ongoing 25 Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week holding in the capital of the United Arab Emirates, UAE. State House correspondent Musbaudan Wahab reports.
It was the turn of the global leaders on this platform to renew commitments in protecting the global ecosystems. The dynamics and realities of climate change demand greater intentionality. It is an existential issue for humanity. The founding fathers of the United Arab Emirates have explored and demonstrated possibilities and are driving the mandate through international collaboration to supercharge sustainable progress across the world.
Your Excellency, the stage is yours.
President Bola Tinubu led in the day to take the stage. He would address the gathering on climate imperatives to economic prosperity, bringing Africa into the future of global energy.
We face serious challenges, environmental challenges including deforestation, desertification, coastal erosion, flooding, pollution, and many other negative impacts of climate change. Lake Chad continues to shrink every year. Livelihood of people continue to be threatened.
President Tinubu recounted Nigeria's efforts at ensuring climate resilience, including his administration's drives on CNG and other initiatives at transiting to cleaner energy. But he acknowledged the enormity of a climate change manifestation in Africa, which he said requires greater international partnership.
To promote a green economy in Africa, we must focus on integrating sustainable practices in all sectors of our economy. These investments are capital intensive in nature, and it required international support from partner countries, including multinational organizations.
Our aspirations for sustainable and inclusive blue economy are not just for ourselves. They are for the generations to come and for a healthier planet.
The future of energy transition and digitization will thus depend on our ability to strike a balance between sustainability and innovation. We need a device-balanced energy mix based on the technologies we have in place, those we are experimenting with, and those yet to identify.
While advancing care for the earth through technological progress, the summit is equally aiming at unlocking a potential $10 trillion economic transformation opportunity therein. In Abu Dhabi, Musbau and Wahab, NT News.
It was a sight to behold at the National Arcade, Abuja. Vice President Kashim Shettima stood in for President Tinubu to mark the 2025 Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports that the vibe passed in the lane of wreaths by top government officials was the climax.
Vice President Kashim Shettima arrives at the National Arcade to honor the legacy of the fallen heroes who paid the ultimate sacrifice to ensure peace and security, then celebrating the living legends. Prayers were offered for the repose of the souls of the deceased and for continued peace and security to prevail in the country.
And grant them the fortitude to stay strong and find solace in you.
Bless our country, Nigeria, and unite us together. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار.
Common good of all. Lord, do not mark their guilt. Bring them and all the departed into the light of your presence.
Laying of wreath led by Vice President Kashim Shettima, Senate President and the Speaker House of Representatives, Chief Justice of the Federation, Ministers, Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chiefs, and the Inspector General of Police, among others. Firing of 3 volleys by the firing party and the release of pigeons marked the end of the Remembrance Day, rounding the event off with national salutes.
Presidential permission has been sought and graciously granted.
Though brief, less than an hour, but memories will last long. In Abuja, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
And in the meantime, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun is advocating total commitment to the welfare of the families of fallen heroes by extending hands of fellowship to them all year round to minimize the burden of widowhood. The governor was speaking at the grand finale of the 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Akim Jimo reports.
The ceremony afforded members of the armed forces the opportunity to display their gallant skills in artistic parade, the laying of wreaths by Governor Abiodun and other dignitaries at the event, the release of 21 pigeons and firing of gun salute are some features that characterizes the annual ritual to honor the fallen heroes. The governor and dignitaries advocate total commitment to the welfare of the fallen heroes to minimize the burden of their family members.
We should show them love. We should try and identify them. And some of them, all they need is just for us to show that we care about them. These are people that have gone over and beyond to do things that many of us would not ever volunteer to do. And we must also do everything to ensure that this nation, Nigeria, remains one and indivisible.
It is what you have done to those who are gone that you will do to those who are alive. A nation without heroes cannot last long.
It is very important because of those that are behind, for them to know that yes, if they are gone, there are people there to still remember them.
The fallen heroes came, saw and conquered. They fought tirelessly for the unity of Nigeria. It is for this reason that a minute silence was observed in their honor.
In Abeokuta, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
Still on the Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration, concerned persons are seeking deliberate policies that will create the desired motivation for military personnel in Nigeria while still alive. They believe this is key to getting the best of them for services and national security. This was part of submissions by military veterans on NTA Good Morning Nigeria while celebrating Nigeria's heroes and analyzing the contributions of the armed forces contribution to national security and growth. Olusheye Adeagbo has more.
I have a case of 70, 75 years old woman, no child, no husband.
Moramike Enwe served in the Nigerian army for 18 years.
Not knowing that when she was serving, she don't even know that time was going. You understand? Yes? All is just to put her best into whatever she's doing.
She is explaining what it means to be a female soldier, and now, as the National Coordinator, Female Veterans Association, she believes more involvement of the private sector.
I serve in veteran office in UK. It's not left for the government alone. We have agencies that comes to help them, especially the old age, the old ones.
For the other guests who were also in the military, their vocation presents an opportunity to serve and honor the nation, but also requires the support of Nigerians.
We need to move with the technology, move with the combat culture that is evolving, and then equip them accordingly to match that, if not surpass it.
It's important that we imbibe the culture of accountability. If resources are allocated, if resources are earmarked for something, we have to ensure that it's used for that.
The guests who appreciated various initiatives of the current administration to make life better for servicemen and women were however unanimous in their plea for enhanced welfare for members of the armed forces. In Abuja, Olusheye Adeagbo, NTA News.
You are still watching NTA Jabode News. There will be more reports after this break.
It's the Glow. It's raining exciting prizes. Oh, for 120 days, we take it to the max. Mind-blowing, loaded prizes. Take John, winning a tear rubber Toyota Prado by recharging up to 100,000 naira. And Sister T, winning a Cha-Cha Kia Picanto by recharging up to 50,000 naira. From the sky coming to you,
yes, the gifts are unloading joy all over Nigeria.
From Toyota Prados to Kia Picantos, Keke Napep, generators, sewing machines, and even grinding machines. Just dial *611#, choose your prizes, recharge the value for the month, and you too can win. Whoa, you too can win, oh!
Welcome back and thanks for being there. Appeals for improved funding for enhanced performance resonated across committee rooms of the National Assembly as more MDAs appear for budget defense. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali brings us a compilation of various meetings with ministers and heads of agencies.
The new permanent secretary, State House, made his first appearance before the Senate Committee on Special Duties to discuss the 2024 budget performance and the 62 billion naira projections for 2025, which he says is inadequate.
The sum of 36.9 billion roughly is for capital projects. This sum is substantially lower than what was available in the 2024 budget. Most of the other activities, actually, we noticed that there's a reduction. And I fear that this may, inadvertently affect the operations of the State House.
So we want you to go back and prepare a brief of all the capital projects under State House that is ongoing, and then the level of completion and of performance in using the budget balance.
Similar complaints came up at the Budget Defense meeting between the Senate Committee on FERMA and the Works Ministry, where underfunding was noted as a challenge for maintenance of roads.
Yearly budgetary allocation to the agency is grossly inadequate to cater for the enormous task of maintaining our extensive network of roads, particularly the federal roads, which will require over 700 billion.
One of the cardinal objectives of this administration through the Renewed Hope agenda is about restoring the confidence of Nigerians in governance, bringing about development and prosperity. And roads are very critical to the attainment of this noble objective.
The Federal Ministry of Justice and other agencies in the legal sector took turns before the Senate Committee on Justice and made demands towards achieving efficient justice delivery.
It should be noted that the effect of our interventions in this sector have multiplier effects, which will promote peace and security, economic growth, and social justice.
121 billion plus. Distinguished senators are kindly requested to note that this total sum is inclusive of the allocations to National Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
Minister of State Foreign Affairs in the Budget Defense Engagement with House of Representatives Committee made a case for enhanced funding in 2025.
The budgetary constraints make it very difficult for officers in those missions abroad to undertake such consular visits.
At another committee budget defense session, Ministry of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy appealed for better staff welfare to further project the nation's rich heritage.
An agency has the capability of selling one single item or one piece of art to generate $1.2 million.
The minister of the newly created Ministry for Livestock Development, while at the Senate, noted areas of priority as the sector kickstarts activities in 2025.
We think that along the line, we will get some special allocation because of the criticality of this ministry and the concerns of Mr. President about the transformative nature that we need to bring to bear on the livestock sector.
Advocacy is very key to avoid unnecessary misconception.
The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and the National Identity Management Commission are set to conduct biometric data collection for all farmers nationwide. The first phase of this initiative aims to register 2 million farmers over the next 2 months. A memorandum of understanding has been signed between the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and the National Identity Management Commission. Musa Baba Aliyu has more.
Data encompasses more than just numbers. It embodies information that fosters transparency and accountability in agricultural assistance. There have been figures suggesting that the country has 97,264,000 rural dwellers, most of whom are farmers cultivating less than 2 hectares of land. However, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security will carry out an exercise to provide accurate figures of farmers in the country as directed by the President. The initiative has led to the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC.
We are now going to actually register a genuine farmer, which will have only one biometric and one NIN number. So we know actually who we are going to, in terms of intervention, who we are going to target. And that is the first. We'll have a primary information, and then the secondary information will now give us the location of the farmland, the geolocation of the farmland, the types of crops, the types of soil, the type of farm cultivation.
So we want to ensure that we kick off the registration of the farmers as quickly as possible, and we have a 3-month timeline for that. And NIMC has its own processes for ensuring that we register the farmers, because we have to capture their biometric information, which is sensitive data, so we will follow the normal process of doing that.
In the first phase of the initiative, 6 million farmers will be registered, starting with 2 million over the next 6 months. The effort will streamline the process and enable the ministry to better reach out to farmers for government support. It will also create a platform for farmers to access loan facilities from financial institutions and other social amenities. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
In our hands today's news, I am Olawumi Adeniji. Good night.
Halfway Niger, welcome to the Glow Cafe app. Come in. Because it's time for an upgrade. Your own personal Glow Cafe app open 24/7. Welcome to bigger, better, smarter. Welcome to total control of your data, your airtime. Mom, I'll call you back. How you buy? I'll send you data. How you share and how you recharge. Movies, gaming, music. All in one place. Welcome to more value. Download the upgraded Glow Cafe app and get more data. Get 100% recharge bonus and get a massive 100 gigabytes data bonus when you register. Want it all? Download all this into this.